Obits in the Indian media are a funny business. On Jan 12th, an obit for a teacher in a Kolkata daily was headlined, Teacher Dead. A few days later, a Mumbai daily decided to give 375 words to a film publicist's death. It left me bewildered. Was I to blame the newspaper editor in Kolkata who could barely muster up 82 words for a college teacher who had taught hundreds of students in his over 35-year-long career? Was I to question the news sense of the Mumbai paper editor who gave an entire column to the deceased PR man? But then again, did the teacher even merit an obit? The PR powerhouse, as the newspaper described him, with presumably a hotline to the reporters and editors, was at least an ally. What about a teacher? Perhaps the Kolkata newspaper editor was doing the memory of the teacher a personal favor by noticing his death. And how do we really take the measure of a teacher? How worthy are they of our time and attention in the conversation that we call media? Not like a corporate honcho whose success can be measured in graphs and ratios, not like a writer whose books and awards apparently provide us a measure of ability, not like a researcher whose scholarly output suggests a prolific mind, not even like a doctor whose surgeries or prescriptions may have saved many a life. A teacher is a humble figure, showing you how to hold a spoon correctly, or telling you that may and can are not synonyms, that tomato is actually a fruit, that Humayun stumbled through life and stumbled out of it, stuff that we need to remember for an exam and once it is over are best forgotten. And sometimes a teacher is not even a figure, but a monotone, reciting, "Sociology is the study of society in its commonness and reciprocity." Words that ring every time you hear either sociology or society or commonness or reciprocity. And sometimes a quirky figure who pronounces admiralty as admilitary. The fate of the literature teacher, like the one who died in Kolkata, is even stranger. Teaching a non-functional subject that can have little purchase in the marketplace, except perhaps to improve the now much desired soft skills. But what use the synecdoche and the pathetic fallacy and his excursions into character versus fate? But the teacher is also a humbling figure. Of all the relationships that we are likely to have, there is scarcely any other that is less instrumental. Which rule book says the teacher's responsibilities include willingness and desire to listen to a student's woes or aspirations, or their joys, or are set aside to guide and nudge, or admonish, or light a spark with an idea, or lend a book? How do you measure such acts? In minutes spent, hours given, students encouraged? There is no measure, no rankings, no points, no charts. So how do we take the measure of a teacher? We don't, because we can't. And what cannot be gauged, presumably cannot be commemorated, at least not in these calculating times. So it was just as well that the local newspaper reported, "Teacher dead." What else could we, his students, have asked for?